Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're back to work on the Dodge Challenger Hellcat, and in today's video we have all the finishing touches left to make this car 100% complete. So right here we have a brand new mirror for this car, finished in plum crazy purple to match the rest of the car. So this is an OEM mirror. The one we previously had on the car, it was an aftermarket one, and it's just not the best quality. Whenever the subs are bumping in the back, this is always shaking and vibrating, and super hard to use this mirror. Even when the car's at idle, this is just vibrating like crazy. As for the other side, it doesn't, so we decided to order an OEM one, and we ordered it in purple so we do not have to paint it. And then we also have this door trim gasket which goes right along here. It got all ripped up in the accident, so thought I'd get that too. And then this upper molding that also got a little bit beat up in the accident, and then also got hit with a little bit of the stud gun when it was getting pulled, but it's just all scratched up and a little bent and everything. So thought I'd make this perfect too, so I went ahead and I got that as well. But as you guys can see, the sun is going down right now. But let's go ahead and get this mirror in today, but we do have a lot more stuff to cover in today's video. But before it gets dark, let's put this mirror in, and then we have some amazing things to talk about on this car. Alright guys, so I guess for some reason the time-lapse stopped recording, but I started it back up, but I was not able to catch like me putting in the mirror or the door panel for the first time or anything. But that's okay guys, because it's in now, and this is an OEM Dodge factory mirror, and that paint match is like spot on. It's kind of hard to see right now because the weird lighting, but right there is a good angle. So there's that. The sun is starting to set, so let's go ahead, kick this thing on, see if the blind spot turns on, and I also want to see if the rear camera starts working. If not, I think it might have like a bad wire or something, and the sunroof still needs to get calibrated. But let's see if something starts working. And then here's the old mirror, but let's just move this out of the way and start up this super loud exhaust. Or maybe I don't even need to start it. Let's just see if this works. All right guys, I have to start it. I really did not want to start that because it's so loud. Alright, it's still not working, but the mirror's good, so let's just roll this up. Alright, well, it seems like that something is in the way of the window. Right there. The wire for the mirror was not routed through correctly, so when this rolls up it's getting caught. So let's take the door panel back off, and hopefully that's the issue and the window goes back up. Guys, so I found the problem. So instead of taking the wires of the mirror behind the window track, I accidentally took them through the track, but I fixed it. So now we're just gonna go ahead and put in accessory mode. We're not gonna start it this time. Just make sure that the blind spots turn on. All right, it turned on, so it should roll up now. There we go guys, everything worked. Alright guys, so I had a feeling this would happen. We're not going to be able to get to this seal or that molding today because we're all out of daylight. So I will see you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, so it's a couple days later now. We're back to work on the Hellcat. In the last clip you saw that we knocked out that mirror. Now we're going to do this gasket and the trim molding up there. And then we also found out how to fix the rear camera and the sunroof. So let me show you guys. So we actually went ahead and dropped this car off at the dealership so they can do a diagnostic on it. So what they're saying about the sunroof is that the framing and the guides are actually a little bit worn out. So as it's coming up, it catches on it. You can replace it, but also they say you can do is you can guide it up a little bit over the guide, and it'll pop right into place and it'll go up. So that's how this is closed now, so that's good. And as for the rear camera, it actually needed to be replaced because I guess internally it has something wrong with it. Probably from the accident, it might have gotten like shocked or something. So we actually do have one of those on the way. Okay, so I got it out. It was pretty quick, but it was also decently difficult. But it's out now. Hopefully I can get the other one in without damaging it, but this one was making the car look pretty bad around that jam area. So let's go ahead and put the new one in. Okay, well, it was definitely a lot harder to put it in than it was taking it out, but let's see what it looks like. That is like 10 times better. I think it still needs to kind of shape itself in there a little bit. Hopefully the sun kind of just bends it back, because it was in the packaging for a long time, but it already looks so much better though, and it definitely needs to clean around the edges. But super happy the way that came out. Let's go ahead and install the seal because of all the scratches and stuff from when it hit the tree, but also because of that. So let's just do it. Alright guys, so the new molding is fully installed. It looks great. And you guys might have noticed that this part gets riveted and I didn't rivet it. That's because I don't have the rivets yet. So I might rivet it in the future, or I might just use these like plastic push clips that are in here. Not too sure yet, but we'll definitely do something about it. But right now as it is, it stays in there very tight because the two plastic clips that are already in there, and then the rubber molding around the window, it holds it very nicely. So it's all just staying in there. It's not gonna go anywhere. But yeah guys, that's it for that molding and this gasket. But yeah guys, let's go ahead and let's just start taking apart this spoiler right here, and then when the camera comes in, we'll just install it. So I got it, it's off. Now I have to figure out exactly how to get the camera out of this thing because it's kind of in there. So I'm gonna figure that out, and then, well, I think it actually comes out from under here. So it looks pretty easy actually. So I'm excited. When the new one comes in, it'll be here very shortly, then we'll go ahead and slap it in. So while we wait for the camera to come in, I actually have some news on the Camaro. It's not good news, but it's news, so I'll go ahead and tell you guys what's going on with it. Alright guys, so here's what's going on with the Camaro. I really wish this wasn't as big as a problem as it is, but unfortunately, one of the most important pieces we needed for the car, they don't manufacture them right now. They haven't started making them yet for some reason, but this part I've had on order for a very, very long time now, and basically nobody knows when this part's going to show up. Nobody's producing it now, which what I don't understand about it is that I special ordered the part. So if I specially ordered it, I don't understand why I have to wait for someone to make it. It's kind of weird because I ordered it through the GM factory. But anyways, we're waiting for it. I called them like every single day wondering what's going on with this part, if there's any new updates or anything about it. But while all that's been happening, instead of just waiting and sitting around on the car, I've actually been trying to see if there's ways that I can repair the actual harness that's on it right now. So I sent it around to one electrical shop about an hour away. They were able to fix some of the wires, but the CAN bus communications wires, they're not able to fix. So now those people, they also ordered a harness. They also have to wait. So it's basically just a waiting game for the new harness to come in. The good news that I've gotten so far is that the engine harness actually got a change of part number, which what the dealership told me that means is that somebody's actually starting to produce the harness, and they said it should be here in about a month or two, which that's super good news to hear. It's just only a matter of waiting to see if it actually shows up then. Hopefully it does, but I'm super happy that I haven't been able to not build anything for you guys. I was able to keep you guys, I was able to have some content ready for you guys with this Hellcat and a bunch of other builds that we've been doing. So super happy about that, but I really hope this Camaro gets done soon because I'm just super excited to see that thing finally on the road. I just want to drive that thing, make some cool videos with it. It's going to be so amazing. But that's the update on the Camaro, guys. Hopefully that harness comes in soon and then that car can be back on the road. So I know you guys haven't seen the Camaro in a while, but I have literally every single part needed to put that car back together. It's just the harness that I'm missing. But yeah guys, now we just have to wait for the camera. It's out for delivery. It should be here any minute now because around this time, that's when the mailman shows up. So hopefully it's here soon and we can put that spoiler back on. But for now, let's go ahead and take the old camera out of it. Alright guys, so this little guy is the reason to why our backup camera isn't working. Let's just go ahead and I'll see you guys in the next clip when the new camera gets here. Alright guys, so the new camera is here, and these two parts are actually for the Expedition. It's looking a lot different than the last time you guys saw this car, but there will be an update coming soon on this car. I can't wait to show you more of this car in the future, but for now, let's go ahead and put the new camera on the Hellcat. Alright guys, brand new camera is installed, nice and tucked away in there. Let's go ahead, plug this up, and hopefully it fixes our issue. Alright guys, so it's time to start this car. It hasn't been started in a while, so it's going to be a very cold start. You can see the rust on the rotors. It's been raining here, and it's cold outside too, so that makes it even better. And while this thing was at the dealership, it also had a recall performed on it for the cats. So the cats got replaced, so brand new unclogged cats. So it's going to be very loud now since the last time you heard it. So let's just see if the rear camera's working. Here guys, here it goes. Whoa! Holy snap! It almost like bogged out. That's how cold it is. That was a very cold start. Alright. Well, let's see if this is working. I'm gonna shut that. It's a little bit loud out there. But here goes moment of truth. No! It didn't work. Alright, well, that issue still remains a mystery. We still have to figure out how to fix it. Let's take a look at those connectors, make sure everything's tightened up nicely. Alright guys, I just found the problem. I don't know how I missed this before, but the cable that goes to the camera somehow got all frayed up. Camera's good, so I'll put the original one back in, and we'll just go ahead and repair these wires. Wow. Isn't that, I don't know how that happened, but at least we found the problem. Alright guys, so we fixed the wire. It might work, it might not, because the cut was so close to the end of the wire. So let's see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll just order a new wire and we'll fix it later. But at least we know exactly why the issue is here now. It wasn't the camera. So I can go ahead and I can put the original camera in. So let's just go ahead and put this back in the car. Alright, the old camera with the repaired wire is installed again. And I just thought of something. What I think happened to the wire is that when the previous owner was drilling in this wicker bill, he probably like hit that camera's wire ever so slightly with the drill bit and just frayed it. So I think that's exactly what happened. It just makes the most sense to me, because the fray is like right here and this screw is right above it. So I think that's what happened. So let's just go ahead and slap this in. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, good thing that this wire is replaceable. Alright guys, so this is the moment of truth. Open this door again for that sick startup, but let's see if the reverse camera works. Yeah, let's go! The camera's working! Oh my gosh, I am so happy. This car is basically 100% done. It's time for a price breakdown video, but that is going to be all for today's video, guys. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. We got a lot of progress done today's video. We figured out how to work the sunroof without actually having to replace it. We fixed the backup camera. We installed all the gaskets and the sills and everything. We got all the finishing touches on this car done, and we also got that mirror, and I almost forgot. But that is going to be all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next one. If you like this video, be sure to go down below, hit the like button. And while you're at it, there's a nice shiny red subscribe button there too. But that's all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.